This one's for the girls. Hi, guys, and welcome back to our podcast for Produce 101 Japan, The Girls Season 3. We'll be reviewing the concept challenge for all the songs, and Aneesa will share her top 11, and we'll get into nitty gritty. I'm heated because they messed up my favorite song out of the bunch, so we're just going to get right into it. We don't have time for fluff, all right, guys? It's going to be a hot episode. Get ready.
So I'll quickly go through my top 11. One, and I'll explain later when we actually get to their performances too. So
Mm-hmm.
one, Ayane, she would be my one pick if I could vote. Two, Momona. Three, Suzumi. Four, Miyu. Five, Suzu. Six is Shizuku. Seven, Rinon. Eight, Momoka. Nine, Ran. 10, Yuki. 11, Keiko. Not a lot of changes. Pretty much the 1 to 6 are my main picks. Like I need them in the group no matter what. I need those people in the group. 7 to 11. I don't. I mean, that's I prefer if they get in, but if like they don't, I don't care that
Miyu is
much.
gone, and I'm okay with that.
Who?
Miyu is blue new jeans girl, the girl that was in High but then didn't get in, and she's the center of the Pick Me song.
No,
She's
I
not
still
here.
have
Oh,
her
she is
here.
here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, she is here because I was like, I'm fine with her not being here.
Oh
I
no, I
thought you
I still
removed
like
her.
her. No, I still like her.
She did great on her stage, but I'm also okay with other girls.
Yeah, her stages have been getting better, but also like
Ooh,
everyone's been getting better, so that's
is
why I'm like,
Kokoro not in here anymore?
no, she's not.
Also okay. I'm also okay with that too.
I feel like at the rate that every single girl here, especially the current top 20, have been improving, Kokoro has been extremely stagnant, and I'm just like
Yeah,
unimpressed with her stages. Not
you
that
know
she
what
was,
she's
I liked
giving?
her, yeah,
She's reminding me of Eugen from Ive, but during her Eyes of One era.
yeah.
But not during the Eyes of One era because she was great then, but during her Produce
That's
era.
what, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. She was like just very stagnant, and I'm like, all right, girl, I can move on.
Yeah, so people are saying because, well, I guess when we talk about the current top 11, we can talk about it more. But people are
Mm-hmm.
saying that Kokoro might be dealing with apparently a Cherry Bullet curse where none of the members of Cherry Bullet can win these survival shows. So she might not make the lineup.
Dang, she went out of retirement for this.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like she just needs, like, everyone keeps giving more and more and more. So she's just like falling behind, you know?
I think this is. I hope no one takes this like personally, but I think she's giving everything she can give.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's nothing more else besides unless if she's in the group, she can probably give more behind the booth, like
Oh, yeah.
with production,
Yep.
because that's important in songwriting.
Yeah, I
Because I'm
forgot
sure
she
she
did
can
all
make
of that.
really good songs. However, like not all those talents can be shown on a show like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, let's get straight into it, huh?
Yes. So the first stage that we'll talk about is popcorn. So that was
Mm-hmm.
Abe, Nagomi,
That was
Aramaki,
first.
Joa. Yeah, I'm actually going in the order of the playlist, the YouTube playlist.
Because I'm
So
like, wait, I thought Toxic was first. No, Baddie was first. Baddie was first.
Baddie
Then
was
it
first.
was A to
Okay.
Z, and then it
Well,
was
I'm gonna just go in the order that I have in
as
this
you
list
should,
right
as you
here.
should,
So
as you should.
popcorn is first, and we have
Yeah.
Abe, Nagomi, Aramaki, Joa, Kita, Zato, Rio, Kita, Zume, Sakura, Saito, Serina, Nakano, Kokona, and Hidaka, Hazuki.
This is pretty much their Japanese version of Rollin' Produce 48. It had the same vibe.
Really?
Not the song sound, not the
Yeah.
sound of the song, sorry, but like the stage, the energy level, it
Mhm.
only just lacked Doa.
I was thinking that it reminds me of Girls Planet. Um,
The pop,
yeah, the pop one, the one that Eugen was in. Is
yeah.
that what it's called?
It
Like Pop Shoot 1 2 3? I
no
don't know, something
shoot,
weird.
yeah, so
Yeah, it was
shoot.
Shoot.
But
Okay,
I could have
yeah.
sworn it like pop, but it's shoot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
reminded me of shoot. It reminded me of rolling. It's definitely the colors and the stage,
yeah,
but it wasn't as retro as shoot.
yeah, yeah,
It was like a modern version. I felt this was like very classic K-pop.
yeah.
The
It
other
was.
songs seemed well. This one, Baddie and Toxic, were very classic K-pop, and the other ones felt very Japanese, very J-pop. So this
I felt like
was.
The other song sounded a mixture of like K-pop and J-pop, but this one to me sounded like old school Twice, like early
Yeah,
Twice.
that's what I'm saying. It's like this was a very quintessential, like third gen sounding K-pop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts? I think they all did, well. I think it was well casted.
Yeah, I really like this song, and this was the song that I mean, after hearing the full version of all the songs, it's not my favorite. But
Yeah.
back when we first heard the snippet, I thought this would be my favorite. So I was like, I need to see Miyu in this song. So I'm sad that she's not in it. But it's okay. Not just this performance, I think in general, all the performances, most of them felt cohesive. It's not like Girls Planet. What was that song with all the white dresses?
Utopia.
Yeah, it's not like Utopia where everyone was like, I'm going to sing my line and I'm going to sing my line. Like I felt like the team was pretty cohesive here.
The moment they did parachuting after Utopia, they were already checked out.
Yeah.
They were that before they even hit the stage, after they did, was it air gliding or parachuting or whatever it was?
Something like that.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, because I remember Mashiro or someone was like, I can't do this.
No, that was you and me. Or you plus me, but they all parachuted, and you could tell none of the girls cared for each other.
Oh, that thing, yes, from the hills.
Yes, and they had no cohesion, and they were ready to go on to the next thing. They were ready for craft services. They were ready for their plate of food. They were ready to move on to the next challenge.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like that for this one. This one was. I felt they all were getting along, and they did. I mean, it was a cohesive song. It wasn't the most challenging of the songs. Vocally, for my opinion.
Vocally, yeah, maybe not. I think like just looking at the dance, I don't remember if it was this one or AtoZ, but I think it was Popcorn. The dance definitely looked more challenging and like high energy, like a lot of footwork and stuff. So like props to them for I don't want to say they were singing live because I think they do that thing where like they mix it pre-recorded and
they mix it. Well, I wish they mixed it more for another song, but no, I have no problems with this stage. I thought it was really well done. I know I'm like skirting over it, but I'm just like I watch it and I was like, I'm very neutral. This is pretty good. I have no bad things to say.
Same, yeah. Yeah. I want to mention a trainee that I don't usually talk about, which I think is Sakura, which she was in your top 11 back when you had it. I feel like every performance she does like consistently good. Like,
is that the backflip chick?
I think so. Did they do like a Twice song and she did a backflip?
Yes, in every stage thus far, she's like,
yeah, I think that's the same person. Yeah.
I think I put her in there just because she does these acrobatics. I'm like, I don't even remember your voice, but I know you're over here. She's like, hey, we need to make this stage more dynamic. We need to backflip. Hey, you're doing that high note. I'm going to do a backflip. Hey, while you're writing your taxes out, I'm going to do this backflip, all right?
That's good, though. She said, I'll find a way to
incorporate my cheerleading somehow. She told me if you told me had no shame.
Yeah.
He told me I did a backflip once. This girl said during either once or twice. I feel like she did her cheerleading thing for her promo video. I don't remember if she did a backflip then, but she did it for one thing, and I was like, all right, cool. I didn't see that again.
It's probably kind of hard to do it like on demand on stage. So
this girl is a different beast. She said, oh, you dance. Let me dance real quick. Have a name tag and light so they know to vote for me. You vote for me, you're gonna get this in every music video. I'll find a way.
You want to talk about the next performance, which is AtoZ?
I can't. Okay, I've been holding it in. I'm so upset.
Let me introduce the members of this team first.
I'm so bad.
Sorry. So the next stage is AtoZ. The members are Ida Shizuku, Kato Kagura, Sakuraba Haruka, Takahashi Hina, Hatamena, Matsushita Miyu, and Murakami Yurinon.
Do you want to go before me, or do you want me to just go off?
Okay, let me say everything that I have to say first.
Go for it.
And then you could just go off. Everyone here is beautiful. Ida, body and soul classical
so singer. Nice.
you know, I mean, you're an idol, so you have to look pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, our girl Ida with the short. I didn't like the blonde hair at first, but the styling that they did this episode with that
I will say
really
yes.
pink blush with the blonde hair,
Yes.
she needs to
Yes.
debut. Like she was a goddess on that stage.
She's walking so Hikaru from Kepler can run with her look because
Yeah.
Hikaru said that girl from my auntie Bob, I need to make it blonde now. Body and soul really bodied and souled in that visual.
Yes. So the last thing that I'll say, because I think that this is going to trickle into everything that you have to say. Their center, who I believe was Hatamena, I love her smile. Beautiful, beautiful girl. She's a great dancer, great performer. I don't like her voice.
Really?
Yes,
The one with the pigtails?
Yes, I think she was the one who was saying
Sorry,
the AtoZ line, like in that super nasally tone that I really didn't like for this song.
She was singing light and bright, and she couldn't pronounce that, by the way.
Yeah.
But there's someone in the back that was singing that part. They were sharing AtoZ. The person that was supposed to sing it didn't sing it. I'm just gonna get straight to it. First off, I am so disappointed with this stage because I listened to the demo of this song for a week before this song released, so I was overly excited. The demo was perfect. This is not. And on top of that, a lot of these girls can't sing. So you got Body and Soul trying to help them out. And she's like, A to Z. And like, hey, hey, yeah. And I'm like, okay, there's no saving this. And then on top of that, you have Let's Go Janino hyping them up, saying this is great. And it is not. And we all know that high note in the middle of the song was terrible. And I like what the center was trying to do. I think her image worked, but for the sake of the song, I would have put Body and Soul in the center part, and I would have had her do the center and the main vocal for this whole thing, and everyone else would have been a sub vocal. I like the rap, but I couldn't enjoy the rap because it was sandwiched between a whole bunch of nonsense. Why was the line distribution to girls that can't sing? That's my problem. And then why is the girl that can sing not singing? Because normally you're in a situation where we don't have a girl that can sing, but now we have one of the best vocalists in the show, and she's not even doing her part, and she's in the back. I'm like, no, stop. Just stop the madness. Stop the madness. Get in front and sing. And if she sung AtoZ, the chorus, for every time it was sung, I would be talking a very different tune, because at least it would have kept the strength of the song. Because if the chorus is good, we can forgive terrible verses. We always do. We always watch these K-pop girls. They messed it up, and then they have the main girls sing the chorus. I'm like, there it is. There's the relief. There was no relief. That's my problem. There was no relief.
You know what I was just thinking too? Like, remember how in Boys Planet, how in the Feel Special stage, I forgot his name, but the one boy, they had him singing every chorus, the full chorus. Yeah. How he was singing every single chorus and the full.
That's what I wanted for this.
That's what she should have done, and then let the other members like get their little
sandwich in, salt and pepper in. Yes, you know what? But even though like, oh, this is so sad, but I listened to that version from time to time. He was working overtime, but he had no choice.
That's what they should have. If they had Ida doing that, working overtime, she would just solidify her debut like that.
Yes, she would. I don't know why she was so excited, and she was hyping up the girl. Oh, she looks out for our care. The leader. I'm like, no, you should be the leader, the center, and the main vocal. I don't understand why you're just taking a back seat. I get it. You don't want to work too hard all the time, but sometimes you got to work hard, because
I think it's because at the time that they were rehearsing and practicing that, not now, but at the time, she was probably one of the lower ranked girls. So, and you know, sometimes people kind of overthink the ranking, so they start to doubt their skills and stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And then her classical, if you heard that, I was like, why are you not singing? I just don't understand. I wish I never heard her sing this song ever. So then I would have had no expectations. How dare she sing it in the preview? And I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. I wanted her in this song. Now she's here. And I'm like, why are you just singing sub vocal? that is like, if you're gonna be upset, but the beginning girls generation, if Hyo Young, Soo Young, and Yuri, beginning girls generation, sung
Oh,
all the main parts.
they can actually sing. Even back then, they could sing,
Yes,
but
but
there
they
are
never.
better options.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But and on top of that, they never started making songs in their range until later on,
Oh,
because those beginning songs, they were always not in their key, especially Hyo Young. So think of Tiffany and Jessica just in the background, just like having their day, even though they know they could do this better, but they aren't.
mm,
That's the vibe. I'm like, y'all got the goat in the back and y'all not letting her sing.
mm-hmm.
And she's happily just dancing and anyway, that is my perspective on AtoZ. I loved the song. I hate the choices they made for the vocals.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the recording one and it's still underwhelming.
I
I feel
haven't
like I
listened to the
ripped them.
recording of AtoZ yet.
I listened to it because I liked the song, but the
Mm-hmm.
demo was hitting better.
Dang.
And it sucks. Well, hopefully the group does this song, like the real one, the real group, the real.
That's what I always want. Like, I just wish the groups that debut would like re-record these into their
Yeah,
own version, but they never do.
yeah,
So whatever.
yeah. I just,
Whatever.
I just want the real group to just for the debut stage, just
Mm,
do it this over again. Just do this over again, and then we'll be fine. And I will stop talking about this stage.
yeah. Well, we'll
Stop
see.
me, keep it moving before I actually start singing the song and mocking it.
Yeah. Besides that, I think they were just cute. Like Rino, I like her rapping. I want her in the group, but
Yes.
I don't want her in the group as a rapper, even though I do like her rapping.
What I will say is that VB Dupe girl was in here. Nice.
VV Toop.
It was nice. I like
Every
that.
time you say that, like I don't know who you're talking about, and then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, yes.
I was like, that's nice. I like looking at you. You good.
Do you want to talk
Mhm.
about the next stage?
What do you want to talk about? Which group?
The next stage is And Me with the members Aitorin, Ebihara Suzumi, Kasahara Momona, Kato Kokoro, Sakurai Miyu, Tanaka Koto, and Yamamoto Suzu.
I'm tired of seeing these girls in the same group all the time.
Really?
It, because that quality needs to be spread out.
This is the first time that they're all. I think the only ones who are really in the same group a lot is Miyu, Suzumi, and Suzu. But besides
Yes.
that, they do split them a lot.
But those three, and then seeing Kokoro in there, I'm like, y'all need to just go find other friends. Because if some of y'all were in AtoZ, I would be talking. I just want to, I needed certain things to be saved. I felt like the way how they split people up in Girls Planet kind of needed to happen here.
Mm.
Kinda. The only group that I was like, oh, whatever, y'all can keep them was Snake, but for the most part, they needed to spread them out. This
Yeah.
is weird.
I think Chuong, the way they split the girls was nice too, but that was intentional because
Yeah.
they wanted like the top seven girls to kind of be center of
Yeah,
different songs.
that was
So that was,
smart.
yeah, it was
I
smart.
love how they did that.
I mean, it was kind of like I didn't like it, but also I liked it, you
Oh,
know.
I loved it because no, like we about to talk about Chuang because I'm about to be like
Yeah, we
Kumar.
are. All right, let's go back to And Me. I like this song in general. I think seeing the stage made me like it more than when I heard it in the demo.
Oh, I love the demo. And I love this and I love what
Really?
they created with the song. It
Oh yeah.
sounds very J-pop,
Yeah.
very, very like login writer type of or Gurren Rider type of whatever the anime is, like a
Really?
opening. It just feels like I could see take me did someone like riding a motorcycle or some
Yeah.
explosions or something, I could see Full Metal Alchemist clapping his hands and making
Mhm.
something. It just you can feel the creatives coming from like what they can do with like this audio and then creating visuals along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like AtoZ, which is why it made me really upset because it's like these two songs specifically are very J-pop coded, while one succeeded, the other one failed, in my opinion. That being said, I love the dance. I love the outfits. This kind of white woman soldier. Um, what was her name? The one that was in the Japanese company didn't debut. Momona. What was that? Is that her name? Momona. Oh,
I don't know. Momona was in Hello Project,
right.
and Suzu was in a Korean company and then got cut. And Me was also a Korean company, got cut.
Suzu, yes. I liked what she did in this song. I
Yeah.
liked looking, I think just her dance was entertaining to me. I like how she embodied the song. And that was enough. I think I just was really watching her just do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
She
think
she
for
gives
me
me
in
like,
general,
oh sorry, go ahead. My apologies.
no, you're fine. I think like for me, the stage just enjoyable just because their smiles are really big. They actually look like they were having fun. I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
worried that they wouldn't look cohesive, but it was a fun stage. I think they looked fine. And like this is just me, a personal thing, but like when they start the choreo on the floor, I just thought it was pretty because before the song even started, or like pretty much right when it started, every single girl was smiling while they were on the floor. Like they were already smiling and happy.
Right.
And I don't know why that just made me happy. And then like they got up, and then first you see Suzumi and she's smiling. And then I think it goes from Suzumi to back to Kokoro or Suzu or something like
Yeah.
that. And they're just all smiling. It's like, oh, this is like all good vibes.
If they choose to go with this route for the group, I wouldn't be upset. Like if this is the vibe that they're gonna go for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think in general with these stages, the way that they're just like, I don't know. It's like some songs are more K-poppy and then others are more J-poppy, but nothing is 100% J-pop and 100% K-pop. They're like doing a blend of some sorts. It's like a Venn diagram-ish.
And
You
then
know what I
meeting in the
mean?
middle a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're meeting in the middle a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I understood.
Yeah. It's making me look forward to the groups. I think this is the first time that I actually like all of the songs in the concept challenge.
Like all the demos.
Damn.
Let me not. No, I like what's funny, and I don't know if you want to parlay into this, but the one song that I did not like in the demo that I like on stage was Baddie.
Oh, really?
Because it's not a song I would typically like, but I'm like, I kind of like this better.
I feel the opposite. So let's talk about Baddie. I mean, no, I still like the song. Okay, the way
Yeah.
that you feel about A to Z is how I feel about Baddie. Like I still
Oh,
like the
now you
song,
have to take it
but the
away.
potential was kind of missed for me.
Go
So
for it.
yeah, if we talk about Baddie, the members are Ando Yui, Cambio Ayano, Kawabata Ranka, Sakaguchi Rino, aka Shouting.
She's still here.
Yes, she's still here.
I forgot.
She sorry, Shimizu Keiko, Sutani Urata, and Yoshida Hana. To sum up all my thoughts about Baddie is none of the girls fit center, and they knew that, and they needed Emma. And I am Emma biased,
Yes.
yes, but also none of those girls fit the concept to the extent that it, like to the fullest extent that it needed.
Right.
They were just heavily rehearsed the motions to go through. And
Yes.
I also want to really thank Odanka, I think, who originally was voted center. And she was like, I can't be center. You should be center. Because out of all the girls, the person that they chose as center was the best option. There were no
Yeah.
good options, but she was the best option. And I don't know why they voted that other chick to be center because she would not have been a good center. I know she has a lot of fans, but honestly, she doesn't fit center. And I'll just leave it at that. She doesn't fit center at all.
I feel what saved this song for me was the main vocal. She didn't do the
Yes.
big line in the beginning, but she did the second go round for that big line and she sung her face off. And I'm like, this audibly, like
Mm-hmm.
on an audio, not the visual, when you listen to it, it sounds good.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that these girls were not baddies, like, you know what? If this was an Amazon Audible book, I would, go through a few chapters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're talking about Reno, and
Yeah.
I agree. I really like her voice. I don't think she's ever touched top 11, but she's always just there, like 12 to 15. And if she gets into the group, I wouldn't be mad because I like her voice. I feel like she has like a really full voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like she doesn't run away from the high notes, but she doesn't sound irritating like AtoZ.
Trying to move on. Learn to love. I can't. I'm gonna keep singing it out of anger.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about Baddie? I feel like I don't. I feel like
I like the girl that started off. She's like, oh yeah. She's on the floor, kind of. I'm like, you already know you don't fit it, and I just love that you just.
That was the center.
I was like, you already know you don't fit it, and you're just doing the. You're like, I'm just going to be authentically what I am. Because this is what it is. And I was like,
this the team that was like, oh, Toxic is like sexy and sensual, so we have to be sexy in a different way, like maybe sexy and cute or something like that.
I guess. I don't know. I just knew that. I watched it and I was like, yeah, y'all sound good. So
yeah.
Because I already watched all the performances before I watched the episode because the episode was messed up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. But now learning the background story, I'm like, at least y'all sound better than
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, girl, I'm Baddie. I like
that.
Yeah,
I like the way she said it. I think it was Keiko who was like Baddie. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like the audio sounds good. Like they like at least this group had general all-rounders. So it wasn't lacking.
Maybe that's why I didn't like the stage because no one was bad, but besides vocals, the performance-wise wasn't exceptionally good. So I just felt like there was missed potential pretty much.
We needed to ship in Sakura so she can be like, I got you, girl, and then do a backflip. Just to keep a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, maybe that's why I needed a little razzle dazzle.
In the finale, she'll hold sparklers and do like spins and Cirque du Soleil stuff. We're going to have it all planned. Just to keep our entertainment, you know?
Mm-hmm. So we talk about the last team.
Toxic.
So Toxic with the members Ishidan, Kenmotsu, Nano, Sasaki, Kokona, Sasaki Tsukushi, Takabatake, Momoka, Takami, Ayane, and Tanaka Yuki.
Another song I didn't think I'd like. And Ayane's, I'm like, I don't think your voice might fit this song, but I think the brightness added something to this song.
Yes, you know what this song reminded me of? Because I also thought Ayane wouldn't fit, but it reminded me of Boys Planet when Huey was On Guard. And remember in the previous stage, I was like, Huey has too many lines and his voice is like starting to get grating. But
and they gave that line to the other guy?
No, I think he still sang the full lines. But then In Guard, he had like less lines, but the lines that he did sing were like impactful and like
right. I'm thinking of On Guard when
song.
When he didn't do the like main high note and they gave it to the other guy. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember how that played out because I only listened to the MP3 version now. So
I like it. I like when he's like, whoa, whoa, oh. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm glad Hugh's not doing this part.
Oh, that. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So the lines that Huey gets, because it's just a little bit here and there, not the main parts. It's good. That's kind of how I felt about Ayane here. Like I was worried her voice wasn't going to fit and I would get sick of her, but they gave her enough. I think she still has a good amount of lines, but they gave her the killing lines. Yeah, and they gave her the good lines, and she made it work.
Yes, I agree because I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work. And when she came in, the quality definitely rose, and I think it's knowing how to use your members well.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that AtoZ could have. I'm sorry.
I knew that you were going to say that the second that I was like, look, I know he's going to bring that team back up.
I'm so mad because I like that song. It's my style. Dang it, man. But no, Ayane was great. I think the other girls complimented her. And obviously, as I've thought before, when you give her a she needs to be a character. She creates a character on stage. She needs dance. She needs the song. I don't think this is her style, but man, does she transform.
Yes. A
I'm
lot of
sorry,
her.
I'm biased, so I don't have much to say about the other girls, but
Oh, I have things to say about almost all the members, so
oh,
I'll
go
get
ahead, and
into
I'll
that.
just add on to that because I'm like they all did
Yeah.
actually pretty good, but I'm just like
Yeah.
really was mainly concerned about how she's gonna pull this off.
Yeah, but before I get into them, for Ayane, I know like a lot of her fans are mad because during the show she doesn't really get screen time. But I think that she doesn't get screen time because she just doesn't talk and there's not much to edit. Because I feel like if they tried to edit her, like the behind the scenes stuff, not the performance, but like all the practice stuff, I feel like if they tried to edit her in, the story would just be boring because she probably doesn't talk much.
It would be it would be like drama, drama. Then you cut to her, she's drinking some tea.
Yep.
Drama, drama. Then she's over there, like stretching.
Exactly. Like there's probably not much to show her doing, and her stages pretty much speak for themselves. So her fan cam has like a lot of views, a lot more views than everyone else. So there's that. In this stage, I noticed Yuki more, and that's why I moved her to my top 11 now. I don't know why. She probably was someone who I liked or mentioned in another stage, but this is my first time that I like noticed her. She had the short hair in the stage. I think she's the only one with short hair. And I was like, oh, she fit this concept really well. I want her
Do
in
you,
this group now.
do you think that the group should do something like this? I feel like we like this style of it.
Nowadays, me personally, I prefer groups to do multiple different sounds but play around with their concept. Something kind of
Sure.
like what NMIX is doing. Like they just have multiple different types of sounds that they play with, but they have their general like mix pop concept. So
I call that cosplaying. Everyone's like, I love this roller coaster song this summer in mix. I'm like, don't get comfortable. They're just cosplaying.
yeah. If it was really up to me though, I would want this group, like, and I'm not joking when I say this, I want this group to take every single one of IZ*ONE's Korean songs that they had,
Yes.
because there's
Yes.
no way that 6 month hiatus that they did, whatever, there's no way they had time to release all their title tracks. I
And
know they
redo
got
it.
some good Cosmic Girl songs somewhere in there because I'm pretty sure some of these songs, I don't remember which song it was, but I think one of these songs was supposed to be for Cosmic Girls. So
Which one was that?
I don't remember which one it is. It's one of these songs or the finale song, so we'll probably see.
Man, we're gonna know. They're gonna be like, full bloom. I'm like, ah, it's that one.
Yeah, yes, yes. So I don't know, but I want them to have like IZ*ONE concept, and we'll see where it goes. So something elegant and pretty. I don't know, but back to the toxic team. I liked Ishidan in this performance too.
I knew
I
you were gonna
think
bring her up.
yeah, I have to bring her up because I liked her and then I didn't like her and then now I like her again. So I'm a
I
fake
knew you were gonna
fan.
bring her name up. I was like, I'm right here, I'm like connected.
Yes. It's because she has the long hair now. I think I just needed to see something different.
Yes.
I'm mad that they kicked Joa out of that group because I wanted to see her with Joa. I wanted to see them perform together. Like,
Do you think Joel was like adding anything to popcorn?
yes, yeah,
Or do you think she could have excelled in another group?
yes. Like
Okay, there you go.
popcorn, like Joa was good in popcorn, but I feel like if she was in Toxics, she wouldn't have stood out as much. But I do think she would have got more fans from it.
I would have moved her to Baddie.
Really?
Yeah. Her center would have elevated that per stage immensely. She didn't need to get a lot of lines. She just needed to be in the center dance.
True.
Hey girl, I like she would have hit that. She would have hit that all the way. And with her
That's
bob,
true. Yeah. Yeah, when she does concept, she commits to it. So I think like she really commits to the concept. So I think yeah, she would have been good in Baddie. Yeah.
they haven't
I think
eliminated anybody yet, have they?
oh, the eliminations were this morning. So and I have the list of who made it in too. Yep.
Stressed. I'm
Yep.
stressed.
But before we get to the eliminations, I want to talk about rumors that people have been talking about, or just things that happen behind the scenes in the show. So,
Sure.
first of all, So like in this concept challenge in general, and me won, which I disagree with. I
Obviously.
think Toxic should have won.
I mean, they have all
But
the popular girls.
here's the thing about that. They didn't show this in the show, but apparently while they were filming or like performing in front of the audience, in the middle of Anme's performance, Leap High started playing. And I don't know, like everyone's tweets are saying different things. So some are saying, oh, the girls like kind of kept going, and the crew were just like, oh, just keep going. Like, we're just gonna start your song from the middle. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that happen. So now I'm wondering, like, did the crew or whatever kind of conspire to make sure and me secure the win, or were they trying to sabotage the team? Because I feel like if I was an audience member, I would feel bad that their music cut off halfway, and I would say, oh, they did a good job despite their music cutting off.
I mean, either way, the girls, those are the higher ranked girls in there. So.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they would win.
No, I'm just saying it just seems like, like why it's like controversy with the higher ranked girls. It go either way kind of thing.
Oh,
You know,
benefit
it's
them
just
either
like,
way.
you know how they say, um, good or bad publicity is still publicity kind of
Yeah,
thing. It's like,
I see. So
like they're still the higher end girls. So I mean,
it
either
was
way you cut it,
intentional.
yeah, it's like whether they're trying to like hurt them or help them, it still looks shady.
Yeah, yeah, I get that now. It wasn't an accident. It was intentional. Either way, I see. Yeah.
At least that's how I'm gathering because I was like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if it was like with the popcorn team, I'm like, oh, it was definitely an accident kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like I could
but
see
with
that, but just like the lineup in there, I'm like, seems very peculiar. Then Miyu and so's like fan cams get turned off, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just starting to link things together, and I'm like,
mm-hmm.
something's not
Mm-hmm.
clear in the buttermilk here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the next thing is Kenmotsu Nano, who was usually in the top 11, and she
Mm-hmm.
was center for Toxic. I don't know if you remember her. But yeah, she was center for Toxic. So we'll get into the rankings later, but she dropped out of top 11, and people will say that she will not be debuting, even though she was like a trainee who had a high chance of debut because she was consistently like top 11, because there's rumors of her basically being two-faced. And also I think people were saying that she had like an Instagram account that she was sharing with some friends, and she was like posting gravure and like various scandalous things like that. So her fans are basically dropping her.
What do you mean scandalous things?
I don't know. All I read was gravure, and I'm just like, isn't that normal there though? So why does it
Is
matter?
it like honey popcorn vibes?
I don't know. I didn't look into it. Like I didn't look for these pictures myself.
I mean, I was a big stan of honey popcorn. So, I mean, not for those reasons. Not for those reasons. The fact that they were women versus all right, I'm done. Man.
Yeah. So
Well,
she's dropping. But I don't think you
dang.
really cared for her anyways.
I don't know, not really. I mean,
I liked her. She was in my top 11 like twice because I
so
like her
she
face.
didn't say anything inappropriate about people
I don't think she said anything.
because I'm like, she's not Samara.
No, no. She didn't say anything. She didn't do anything like that. Just from what I've seen, just a Instagram page with a lot of gravure photos, and people are saying that she's two-faced. So I don't know how real that is, but
If she's a Korean K-pop idol, like, oh, we might have to stand.
yeah.
Some of this like, oh, I might have to pay attention to her.
So the last thing that I want to talk about is the Produce 101 Japan curse. Just like how in Chuong, the curse is that the center never debuts. So in this
They
show,
don't.
yeah, they don't. So apparently in this show, the curse is that rank 6 doesn't debut. So actually, let me pull up the top 11. We can talk about it
I
too.
don't have time. Who is it?
So rank 6 is currently Suzumi. With benefits, she's rank 6. Without benefits, she's actually 9. So I'll read the top 11. Number 1 is Kasahara Momona, 2 Sakurai Miyu, 3 Murakami Rinon, 4 Ishidan, 5 Takami Ayane, 6 Ebihara Suzumi, 7 Sasaki Kokona, 8 Kato Kokoro, 9 Aitarin, 10 Ida Shizuku, 11 Shimizu Keiko, 12 Sakaguchi Rino, 13 Takabatake Momoka, 14 Yamamoto Suzu, 15 Kenmotsu Nano, 16 Tanaka Yuki, 17 Tanaka Koto, 18 Kitazato Ryo, 19 Sakuraba Haruka, and 20 is Kato Kagura. So everyone else who's not listed here has been eliminated. And
I mean, Suzumi, there's always a oh my gosh, she didn't make it vibe in every elimination, in every finale. It'll be shocking the original first place didn't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like Suzumi's fans might actually pull like a Juven, who's like, you weren't supposed to debut, but now everyone's panic voting for her. So yeah. I feel like not Suzumi, sorry, Suzu, Yamamoto Suzu, I think will make it. Suzumi, I don't know.
Yeah.
Without benefits, she's rank 9. With benefits, she's rank 6. And all I know is that my one pick, who was supposed to be in JO1, was rank 6 before the finale, and he was the one who got cut. And they said the same thing happened for I, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, I need AtoZ to go ahead, and she done changed names now. I need AtoZ to figure it out. Yeah. But then I need Ayane to figure it out. Joa was supposed to be here.
She was.
Now I'm gonna have to see her struggle it out on Girls Planet too, and I can't.
Yeah.
Because you think they're not gonna bring her back for Girls Planet 2? You're wrong. Her butt's gonna be over there. Not you, but the general you. Yeah, they're gonna probably try and bring some of these girls back.
Yep.
But they better not Anthony her behind.
We'll see.
Probably. Let's be real. Wake 1, Joa can't.
Yeah. I'm extremely nervous for the finale because Produce 101 Japan, I feel like compared to other produce shows, and I think I mentioned it before, like top 2, top 3 pretty much are guaranteed to debut in the top 3 rankings. But like everyone after that, the rankings change. And then also someone who's consistently in the top 11 will not be debuting, like 100%. 1 or 2 people.
Miss Ebihara.
Don't say that. My whole vocal line is here. I have Ayane, Suzumi, and Shizuku. Those are the 3 that I want.
I know. But I prefer AtoZ and Ayane.
If you have to choose only 2?
Yeah.
I don't want to choose 2. I want to be greedy. I want all 3 of them.
It'll never be like Izone where both Minju and Haewon both get in.
Yeah, because that was, well...
We know why it happened.
Let's see.
I was like, how are they both in here? You only need 1.
I think Momoka, so in Produce Japan, I think they also tend to have 2 dark horses rather than just 1. So I feel like Momoka might find her way up there, and Reno.
And Sakura will do a flipping to the top.
She's gone, but
you don't know. Planet Pass.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. But Sakaguchi Reno, I think, like, Reno's always like ranks 12 to 15 or something like that. So I think she might end up debuting. I don't know.
So many of the ones I like are gone. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm, whatever. I mean, I have no control. I'm just a viewer, but man.
For me, I feel like I liked so many of the girls. So like, I felt like I liked 50 of the girls, and they just keep cutting it in half and half and half and half. And then now I'm here.
Yeah, man. Emily, man.
Oh, she would have elevated AtoZ.
Don't get me started. Mana, she needs to win Miss Japan just because she didn't get to be in here. When she goes back to pageants,
Yeah.
Sakura, Miss Flip Queen,
Mm.
and Joeism that's a tragedy. I'm sorry, that is a tragedy.
What they need to do is bring back Produce Japan 101 next year and just make it a girl season, since they want to do boys back to back. They can do girls back to back.
Exactly. Well,
That's everything, unless you have anything else you want to.
I have nothing to add. However, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Tell us both. What do you think? So, what is your top favorite performance out of the concept challenge, right? Who was the standout for you? Which song sounded better in the demo than on stage, and which song sounded better on stage than the demo? And who did your girl get eliminated, or is she still in the running? Let us know. Interact with us. I'm really hurt. Joe is not here. My running queen, she's gone. I got no Emily. Mana's back on the pageant scene.
She's on YouTube.
Even worse. I want her in this show. We're having so much fun watching this and talking about it with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in each time we post. We'll be back for the finale. And keep talking to us. Keep talking to us in the comments. We love to interact with you guys. But until next time, have a great rest of your day, and we will see ya. Leap high.